Okay, guys, welcome to our first Dream Team chat for May. I'm so excited that we're doing a new consultant training because I feel like the $20 join special is bringing us so many new consultants and it's such an exciting time, but we have to recognize that there is so much to learn as new consultants and there is a big learning curve. And whether you are the new consultant or you're a leader sponsoring these new consultants, I feel like this video will be a very great intro for new consultants and a reminder and a guide for sponsors as they guide their new consultants, okay? So I'm really going to start off with my biggest tip for all new consultants, and that is the new consultant guide. Now, I think the current one looks a little bit different. The content in it is still the same. You guys, the new consultant guide is gold. You can find it by searching on the workstation, new consultant guide. It gets emailed to the new consultants as they join. If they're buying the $99 or the $59 kit, it's going to come in their kit. And it is a wealth of information, you guys. I cannot express how helpful the new consultant guide is for people who just joined. It literally walks through every important part of your business, everything, okay? It's talking about your starter kit, the workstation, the first things first checklist, launching your new business, goal setting, the catalog, transition months, collections, LTOs, scent and warmer of the month, Scentsy Club, new consultant awards, shooting star, sensational start, all the different types of awards that you can earn, compensation plan, promotions, how we get paid, when we get paid, how to register to get paid, your workstation and every single tab on it, your website, party pages, how to customize party pages, how it works, okay? It's talking about the scent and warmer of the month, where we can sell your launch party, okay? It goes through literally telling you how to choose the date, set up your event, create a guest list and send out invites, tells you to learn, label things, practice, and then it talks about your actual launch party. It talks about the different types of parties, in person, online, basket party, fundraisers, okay? Talks about all of that in depth. Then it goes into host rewards, how we can host our own parties, the minimum of a party, the free shipping tiers. It's talking about sponsoring, and then it has a glossary. So if they don't know what a PWS is, or PRV, or TWV, it is literally all in here. It's all in here. And so my number one tip to new consultants is read your new consultant guide, right? Read your new consultant guide, get into the workstation, and then let's get on the phone. I want to talk to them after they've already read through this, you guys, because that's their due diligence. All the information is here. And if they have questions as they're reading through this, they can write it down and we can tackle it later, but at least they've read the information. Maybe they need clarification on some things, but they have done their homework and they have read the information. Because generally speaking, if you get on a new consultant call, you're going over everything that's in this guide anyways. And so if you can encourage your new consultant to read this, then when you're on the phone, you can say, okay, did you read your new consultant guide? I believe that's page 7, right? And you can look at it and reference it together. It teaches them how to find the information on their own. And that is the most important thing for a consultant, is to learn how to find information. There is so much information out there for your new consultants, and it really does start with a new consultant guide. I truly cannot stress it enough. If you don't have a new consultant guide, I believe they're $3 on the workstation. As a leader, I like to always have one. I literally have it in my little cubby here on my desk, and I access it often. I like to just make sure that the information that I'm referencing is indeed in this new consultant guide, okay? Because a lot of the times you can point them right back to it where they can learn more about it, okay? I love our new consultant guide. We don't give them enough credit because oftentimes we just go straight into training them, okay? If you are a new consultant, this is going to be your best friend. It is going to really help you get a strong understanding of the direction that you go in your Scentsy business, okay? It's more complex than that. There's different ways that you can work your business to be more successful. And so there's still more to learn, but by reading the new consultant guide, you have the tangible, factual information right at your hands, okay? Now, the next part of being a new consultant is making sure you really understand the order process. So I'm going to hand it off to Bree, and she's going to kind of go in depth on different ways to collect orders and how the order process works.
Yep. Okay. So I feel like that looking over the new consultant guide, all of that, it's packed with such really great information. But I also know that the biggest question that I get when new consultants hop on to our family is asking, how do we place orders? How does free shipping work? How do I get my discounted products? Or even some consultants don't even know that they get discounted products. Like, it can be really confusing for a new consultant. And so we want to be able to lay that out for you right here, but also for you leaders to be able to give you some ideas on how to go about it and how to explain it. Okay. So, very simply, there are a couple different ways that you can collect orders. It really depends on what your goal is and what you intend to do. Okay. And so, obviously, the first way to collect orders is using your personal website, and that's your PWS. And so, when you join as a new consultant, you are asked if you would like to enroll in a personal website, a PWS. And when you join as a new consultant, you get 3 months free of your personal website. Scentsy gifts that to you. They say, we're going to pay the $10 for 3 months, so that your customers, new customers, your family, your friends, everybody has access to you right there on the website. They can go and shop online, and it makes it really easy. Okay. And so, should you choose not to enroll in that 3 month website, 3 month free website from Scentsy, that's on you. But once you decline it, you can't then accept it later. That's not something that you can go back and say, wait, never mind, I want the 3 months free. That is something that is a now or never kind of deal. But do understand that your personal website is only $10 a month. That is the only reoccurring fee. And mind you, it is optional, but that is the only reoccurring fee that you have with Scentsy on a month-to-month basis, is your personal website. And as a leader, I cannot stress enough the importance of having a personal website. Okay. That $10, I kid you not, will pay off over and over and over and over again, should you choose to actually work your business. And we'll talk about that more. But should you choose to put any effort into your business, I promise you it will pay off. Okay. So, that $10, skip a coffee once a week, or once a month or whatever, and pay the $10 and allow people to have access to you, because understand that that personal website is people's direct access to your website to be able to shop. So, should you say, nope, I'm not going to do it, I don't want to pay the $10, I'm going to opt out, that means that nobody can jump onto your site and order from you. Okay. That means that you would have to collect orders all on your own. That means you can't send Aunt Sally, who lives in Tennessee, your website for her to be able to shop. You would have to do all of that on your own. And so, is it doable? Absolutely. Is it probably more work? Yes, it absolutely is. So, that $10 is 100% worth it. So, that is a simple way to collect orders, is just giving people the link, giving them the opportunity to order the items that they want on their own through your website. Okay. The other way to do it is to collect orders. And I'll be honest, I do a variance of both of these. Okay. I have non-local customers who shop my online link, my PWS, but I also have a lot of local customers and even non-local customers who choose for me to go ahead and order for them. And so, what that looks like is, I go into my workstation, and right off the bat, when you join as a new consultant, and consultants across the board, you should go in and open a party. And so, if you are a new consultant, if you are going through your first things first checklist on your workstation, as soon as you sign on, it will prompt you to open up a party, and it kind of walks you through that. And if you're confused about that, there are training videos on our workstation that will walk you through the process of opening up a party. And there's lot of benefits to doing that, and I'll go into that in a minute. But I always have an open party. Maybe people are partying with me, or I am just hoping to reap the benefits of having an open party, which again I will go into. But when I do that, I go into my open party, I take the orders that my local friends have given me, because they either want discounted shipping or they want free shipping, or I say, hey, I'm going to put in an order on this day, are you okay with waiting? And they say yes, and then I am able to go in there. And what that also does is gives me control to be able to bundle items that maybe they would have missed on the website, and get them a better deal. Okay. And so that is a perk to being a consultant. In that aspect is providing really great customer service for your customers and giving them the option to trust you enough to go in and find those bundles for them. Okay. We all have access to the same bundles. Okay, so when you go in, you collect those local orders, you add them into your party order, and I implore you to make sure that you are adding guest information correctly, adding all the information you possibly can into your party order so that your customers' information is saved into your workstation, and you are able to go back and look at what they've ordered, go back and look at their ordering history and things like that. So saving the customer's information, whether it's family, whether it's friends, doesn't matter. Make sure that you are keeping that locked into your database on your workstation. Okay. Um, Collecting orders gives you the opportunity to get free and discounted shipping. Okay. So when you have local orders, when you have people who are local to you, who you say you can either come pick up from me or you can't, or I will come deliver to you. Um, I think that you should do this no matter what, but it is so, so important that if you are going to collect local orders, if you are going to collect orders from your local friends and family, that you are giving them a date, always giving them a date that you say, I'm going to close my party by this day. And so, speaking to new consultants in this moment, I'm going to tell you that when you sign up as a consultant, your date should match up or be very close to before your shooting star date, which is your 500 PRV within the first 15 days. That's $500 sold within the first 15 days. That is your shooting star. That is the first goal that Scentsy puts out there for you. And so I would match up your closing date of your first party, probably your launch party, right? Really exciting. I would match it up with that shooting star date just so that you can assess how close you are. Maybe that's your goal, is to hit it. And maybe it's not, but it's also a really good day because it puts you within that 2-week window. And that's just a really good sweet spot to set yourself up with. So, but moving forward, I always am putting out a date to my customers to let them know, hey, I am going to close an order on this day. And that gives them clear direction on whether they've given me an order. I can say, I am going to close your order on this day, and then we can expect the shipping to follow thereafter. Or maybe they're waiting till payday, or maybe they're waiting till the end of the week, but they know that I have a date for them to give me their order. Okay. Communication is so key. Okay. And just being very nonchalant about when you're going to close an order can be very confusing and not consistent for your customers. So start that process early. Okay. And even if you say, wow, I'm not quite to where I wanted to be by the time you need to close your party, if you're able to, just go ahead and close your party. If you want to wait a couple of days, just communicate that with your customers. But try not to make that a habit because you want to be consistent. Okay. And then obviously opening a party, having an open party. And let me also be very clear, there's a lot of details about this in other places, but opening up a party does not mean that somebody else is the host of that party. One of the benefits to being a consultant is the discounted items. And maybe your sponsor has told you about that, or maybe this is the first time you're hearing about it, but you are able to get discounted Scentsy. Okay. But that requires you to, like I said before, open up a party. Okay. And you would be the host of that party. And then all the local orders that you are collecting from friends and family and coworkers and all that good stuff, all of those orders, and maybe even orders that people are ordering from across the country or whatever that you're getting online, all of those orders, if they land in that party, that means that you're racking up host rewards. And so after $200 worth of orders, you start racking up $20 in free credit, one half off, and a perpetual party reward, and all the free and half off stuff. All of that starts to accumulate. Okay. And when you are the host, meaning nobody else is hosting a party for you in that moment, or nobody is the host of that specific party but you, then you are able to take advantage of that credit and those half off items, right? So therein is your discount as a consultant to be able to use that credit and those items as you wish. Okay. And so there's lots of things that you can do with that, but I also recommend utilizing your first couple of parties that you close, spoil yourself. Okay, get your favorite warmer that you've been eyeing. Maybe you grab a diffuser, maybe you grab your favorite 6 pack of bars, whatever you want, but spoil yourself with the first couple of orders, and be sure to get all the things that you love so you have a lot of stuff to be talking to your friends and family and customers about. Okay. Um, and like I said, I'm going to go back to this. Always have a party open. Okay. By having a party open, it obviously opens up the opportunity for you to be able to um, get hostess rewards, but um, it also gives you the chance to get the discounted shipping. So after your party accumulates to $200, you are going to be starting to get discounted shipping for the entire order. So when you have a party open and you say it's all going to come to me and people are either going to pick it up or I'm going to go deliver it, there's a discounted shipping rate on each person's order, which makes it really nice. And so once you get to $500, if you have $500 in your party, and that's an accumulation of online orders or local orders, accumulation of both or one or the other, doesn't matter. Once that host base reaches 500, you will get free shipping to one address. Okay. So keep that in mind. So if you're direct shipping some things to people, family over across the states, you cannot get free shipping for them. So it's free shipping for one address, and that address, if you are the host, should be you. Okay. So obviously could talk a lot about the party situation, but I wanted to give you just a brief rundown on how that works. I know it can be really confusing, but it is super important. And if you hear nothing else, I would say to you, first things first is open up a party. Okay. Open up your own party, make you the host. And be sharing that link and then taking local orders if you want, and then making sure that you have a closing date for that party and that it is somewhere around your shooting star date if you are beginning. Okay. But overall, definitely always have a closing date that you are communicating with your customers, and you always have an open party. Okay. All right. I am going to shoot it back over to Alex, and she is going to talk about one of the most important things when you first start out with Scentsy, and that's living the Scentsy life publicly.
Okay. If you know me, you've heard me say this a million times. And if you're new and you don't know me yet, you will hear me say this 100 times. And I truly believe the key to a long, successful Scentsy business is truly living the Scentsy life. Okay. This is huge, so important. You can learn everything in the Scentsy business. Okay. Everything you want to learn how to do in the Scentsy business, you can learn. Okay. Living the Scentsy life is truly so important. Okay. Scentsy is a lifestyle brand. When you think about it, we have home decor products, cleaning, laundry, pets, kids, on the go, body products, everything. We have products for every part of your life. Okay. We are a lifestyle brand. We're not trying to sell food items or Tupperware or certain niche items. We are selling a lifestyle brand. It can fit into every part of your life. And so we need to share that absolutely as much as possible. Okay. Especially as a new consultant where you are introducing you as a Scentsy lady or man to your customers, to your friends, to your family, to your audience. It is so important that you consistently live the Scentsy life. And so what does that mean, right? I could say it, but what does that actually mean? It means you're using the products. It means you're talking about it online and in person, right? You're telling your mother-in-law, you're mentioning it to your neighbors, you're getting together to smell the testers, you are using the counter clean that comes in your starter kit, right? It means you're taking pictures. You're putting new wax in your warmer and you're taking a picture every single time you do it, right? You are opening up a new bottle of counter clean and you're taking a picture. You are smelling the testers and your kids are going through the catalogs, you take a picture, okay? You take a picture of your Scentsy journey, not just the products, okay? I'm talking about the business side too, delivering orders, your starter kit coming in, sorting through the testers, your husband's favorite pile of them, your kids, picking out their favorite stuff, right? You're taking a lot of pictures and you're sharing them. You're getting involved in your community, right? Maybe you're on your school's PTA and they're looking for someone to set up a table one evening, or you go to church and they have a vendor event, right? These would be really great opportunities to live the Scentsy life out in your community. Get your name out there. When you are excited about your business and you're working your business and you're falling in love with the products and you're sharing that, people are going to gravitate towards you. People are going to start watching your journey. People are going to see you living the Scentsy life, and in some capacity, they start imagining themselves living the Scentsy life, whether that be wanting new wax in their warmers or loving the idea of loading up their kid and hitting up Starbucks and delivering orders. At some point, when you are sharing your Scentsy life, they are going to want some part of that. And if they don't want a part of that, then they're going to want to support you by liking things, purchasing things, recommend or referring you to people. Okay. Living the Scentsy life truly does expand your business in so many different ways. Some other ways that you can do this is by giving gifts that are Scentsy, not being salesy. Okay. We do not ever need to be salesy. You never need to cold message anyone. You never need to add someone you don't know on Facebook. You never need to slide into someone's DM saying, you know, have you ever thought about joining Scentsy after you've never had a conversation with them? Okay. We don't need to say, click here, buy now, shop with me, join my team. We don't have to be salesy. Scentsy is such an organic, relationship-based business. And when you are living the Scentsy life and you are being authentic to yourself and just excited and passionate, people are going to gravitate towards you. Okay. It has to be done consistently and authentically. Don't try to be like whoever you're watching on YouTube or your sponsor. Okay. You are valuable. You have something to give. People are going to be drawn to you for who you are. So take comfort knowing that authenticity is one of our core values at Scentsy. You can be exactly who you are and share that, and you will fit in. You will find your people. Your people will support you, but you have to share the products. You have to share the business. You have to share what you're doing on a consistent basis, starting from the beginning. The more excited you are, the more excited your audience will be to try the products, and the more excited they will be for you. Okay. So as you are getting that starter kit and you're so excited, or even if your starter kit has not arrived yet and you're so excited, you can still start sharing your excitement. You can still start sharing the Scentsy lifestyle. Okay. When you get those new products, the products that you haven't tried yet, right? You join, you've never tried the washer whips, you close out your first party and you get a tub of washer whips and you're so excited. Share that with your people, right? Your mother-in-law asks you how things are going. Share that you just started a business. Bring your testers to work. Go to your neighbor's porch and bring your testers and a catalog. Share the excitement of Scentsy. One thing that I did when I first joined is I just jumped right in. I was so excited. I didn't wait till I knew it all. I didn't even wait till I got my kit. I did not wait until I was confident enough. I just was excited and I shared that. And it really brought people into my Scentsy journey from the very first day. And so I want to encourage you guys to do the same. Be fearless, be bold, and just know that if you want Scentsy to change your life in any capacity, whether that be an extra $100 a month or an extra $10,000 a month or anywhere in between, from vacations to friendships to community to being more involved with, your local network to staying home with your kids, wherever Scentsy fits into that, it has the ability to give you whatever you want out of your business. You just have to be passionate. Okay. So living the Scentsy life to me is just you're passionate for your business and you're passionate for the products. And as you get further into your Scentsy business, you'll see for yourself just how amazing all of our products are and how awesome this business opportunity is. It is very easy to share your passion. It just has to become something you're intentional about. So that is why I think living the Scentsy life is right up there. One of the first things we need to talk about when we're talking about new consultant trainings. And to take it even a step further, Bree's going to actually chat about customer groups, which I do believe is a very important part of your business. I will say you do a lot of living the Scentsy life inside of a customer group, and Bree will touch on that. But I want to make sure that I mention that it's also outside of your customer group too, especially as a new consultant. You want to be sharing Scentsy big and bold and then pulling them into a spot where they can get more, okay, on a daily basis. And so Bree's going to go ahead and talk about the customer group, but I just want to mention that it's not just do not just hide in your customer group. Be bold and live the Scentsy life outside. And when people are interested, pull them into your customer group where they can get more. So with that said, I'm going to pass it off to you, Bree, because I know you rock your customer group.
Okay. Well, thank you. Yeah. So everything she said, and then let's dive into what a customer group, or what I like to call a VIP group, looks like, because both of them are equally important, but both of them serve different purposes. Okay, so when we look at, sharing publicly, especially in the beginning, you are introducing people to this new part of your life, right? Since he's not going to be everything, right? Still share pictures of your kids and your dogs and your food and your husband, your spouse, or whatever. Share everything you were sharing before, but include Scentsy and let people know that this is a part of your life. But when people start to take notice and when people start to take interest in that, you want to have a place to invite them, right? So for me, it's like, if somebody were to walk into my house, and I have an open concept kind of house, but if somebody were to walk into my house and you can see you can see my kitchen from my front room. If somebody were to walk into my house and say, "Oh my gosh, your house is so pretty. Oh my gosh, I love your kitchen. Wow, I love the backsplash in that." I wouldn't be like, "Oh yeah, it's really cool. I love it." And they're standing in my living room like, can I see more of it? Like, it'd be so awkward. I mean, if it was a mess, maybe I would do that. But the reality of it is that what we naturally would want to do of something that we are enjoying or that we're proud of is to pull them in and be like, "Yes, come look, come see my kitchen, come see how cool it is," right? So your VIP group should be that for people who are interested in your Scentsy. So speaking to a new consultant, when you see people getting excited about the things that you're sharing on your social media publicly, you want to have a place to invite them in to say, "I saw that you like this. I think that you'll enjoy being in here because I'm going to be showing you more of that. Hey, Aunt Sally, you're really interested in warmers. I have a lot of more to show you. I would love if you came inside." Okay. Your VIP group should be a group where you are being ultra consistent. Okay. I think that it's easy for people to hide behind the public part of sharing Scentsy, and I think the same can be said for the opposite. But I find that some people just share their Scentsy on their public pages because it's easy, because they can mix it in with everything else and then it doesn't feel so salesy, or they don't run out of things to say, and they can just post every once in a while and it's, "I'm living the Scentsy life," which is great. Yes, that's what you're supposed to do. But where is the consistency? Where are people getting, and this is why I call the VIP group, where are people getting the VIP treatment that you as a consultant can provide? Because I guarantee you, I can almost promise you, even if you are a new consultant, I can promise you, you are not the only Scentsy consultant on your friend's page. Not the only one. So if they are only seeing you post Scentsy on your public page once a week, once every 2 weeks, once a month, that is not the same content that they could be getting, the same treatment that they could be getting inside of a VIP group. And it's called a VIP group. Why? Because we want to make them feel like they are the most valuable person. Okay? Because this business is a relationship business. right? So this VIP group is not only an opportunity for you to share more, talk to them more about Scentsy, but it's also a place where you now have direct access to, maybe it's your neighbor, maybe it's your son's teacher, maybe it's a coworker, and you don't know them that well. But now here's an opportunity for you to, yes, talk about other things besides Scentsy, but now you have the platform where they have been invited into a space, knowing that it's going to be Scentsy, knowing that that's what you're going to be talking about, but that doesn't mean that's all you have to talk about. So throw out your personality, throw out things that you love so you have other things to connect on. And then when you start making connections on those other things, all of a sudden the like, know, and trust factor bleeds into your Scentsy business. And let me explain that real fast, because I believe that is the foundation in which VIP groups thrive, is the like, know, and trust factor. And once you get somebody into your VIP group, I don't want to say it becomes a ticking time bomb, but you really are on a clock to give to give that person an opportunity to like, know, and trust you. Okay. So if it's somebody that you don't know that well, maybe it's your neighbor, your son's teacher, whatever, and they come into your VIP group. My hair tie just broke. How cool is that? They come into your VIP group, and you're like showing them all this stuff, and they only are in your VIP. They agreed to come into your VIP group because they liked a Scentsy picture, and they said, "Yeah, I'll come into your VIP group." But they don't know you that well, and really, the only common denominator is that they saw a warmer that they liked, and you invited them in. Okay, but what if tomorrow you posted a picture of Ross Geller screaming, "We were on a break," as a funny lunchtime gif? Okay. And your son's teacher is like, "Oh my gosh, I love Friends. I love that episode. They were totally on a break." And all of a sudden this thread of comments starts happening, and you're bantering back and forth. And all of a sudden that person, I don't care what anybody says. When somebody connects with me on something that I like, I automatically like them. I like them. Right. I'm like, wow, cool. We can vibe. Right. Okay. And then the more that that happens, um the you'll start to find that they'll come to you and be like, "Hey, yeah, I'm interested in that Scentsy Fresh that you're spraying every day on your bed. What scent do you recommend?" And you say, "Oh, okay, what kind of scents do you like?" And they tell you, and you go, "Oh, I think you'll really like the aloe water and cucumber." So you get them that Scentsy Fresh, they get it, and they say, "Oh my gosh, that is so good. That's perfect. I love it. I'm using it every day on my bed. Thank you so much." Boom. Now what do you have? They like you, right? Because you guys connected on something, and they trust you. You provided valuable content. You provided a foundation for them, for you to step into what you are good at. Scentsy, you're good at Scentsy. You have stepped into that. You have provided input, and it worked out. Most of the time it does. And now they trust you. Okay. And the no factor, even though we say that first, it comes after time. But what happens is you have to be, first of all, consistent. Okay. And I'm going to come back to that, but you have to be consistent. And you have to give people an opportunity to get to know you on a few different levels. No, these people in your VIP don't have to be your best friends. They don't have to know every deep, deep, dark secret. They don't have to know your political stance. They don't have to know your middle name. Okay. But be so authentically you that you are giving them an opportunity to connect with you on things that you would talk to a new friend about. Okay, like favorite TV shows, favorite restaurants, other things like that. Okay, and let it bleed into Scentsy, and let it be a well-rounded relationship. Again, does not have to be a best friend type of thing, but let it be well rounded, right? So that they have an opportunity to get to know you. And when you invite people into your customer group or your VIP group, that is what you're starting with. You are asking them to come inside, you are asking them to come look at your kitchen so that they can take a look around, they can get to know you, and they're going to get to know you by what they see. So if you don't post in your customer group, if you're not consistent in your customer group, you're not giving them an opportunity to get to know you. Therefore, there's not content for them to form a relationship to get to start to like you. Okay. And then there is definitely no room for them to trust you because there's nothing really to connect about. Okay, it is your job to provide those opportunities for your customers as soon as they enter that group. And what that looks like is, it's not difficult. It's not difficult. And I know for me, I wasn't a regular poster on social media before I joined Scentsy. I would post every couple of days maybe, and it would be about my kids. There was a time where I would post like a status update, like 4 or 5 a day. I felt like that was like back in high school, where you'd like, eating lunch today with my bestie, like, and it's fine if that's still you. But when I joined Zency, that was not me. I would post pictures of my kids every so often, and I wasn't super consistent on social media. But what I found was that, man, I really wanted to be. I just didn't have like the platform, and I guess the confidence to, and the space to be able to share all the things, right? But now I know I have a group of people, and of course this gets built over time, you guys, but I have a group of people who, yes, we have come together for one reason, which is Scentsy. But now I can look at my VIP group, and probably 70% of them I have made other connections outside of Scentsy with. Okay, they're no longer just my neighbor. They're my friend who really loves Friends, and we send gifts now and text messages to talk about Scentsy, and all these different connections that I've made with these people. And I feel confident in knowing that they like me, or else they wouldn't still be there. And they've ordered from me, so they trust me. And they know me because I am so consistent in my VIP group. Consistency, I feel like, while it's really important, can look different for everybody. I know for me, I know for Alex, our consistency inside of our VIP groups is somewhere around a ballpark of like, I would say a minimum of 3 posts, maybe like 6 to 7 posts a day. And this is, scheduling. We're not on our phones all day doing that. We are scheduling posts, and we are prepping our business ahead of time to get to that point. And we do every day. Every day we post in our VIP group something, and I'm saying it's a minimum of three times a day. Okay, that's minimum. And so your consistency may look a little bit different. Maybe you say, I'm going to start at 3, and I'm going to try to do every day. Or I would say work for every day, because not only is that showing consistency, and you are giving your potential customers or VIPs a lot of opportunity to see you, to see the products, to get to know you. But um, you are also working on the healthy habits for this business, which is being super consistent and showing up for your customers, okay, and doing the business building tools that I feel like get you to maybe where you want to be. Maybe it's the top of the compensation plan. Maybe it's to $2,000 paychecks. Like that kind of stuff starts with those little small habits that you form in the beginning, like being inside of your customer group and forming those relationships. My biggest tip, besides being consistent and sharing parts of you that are not just Scentsy, because keep this in mind, Scentsy is just a part of you. Okay. Chelsea Otto was just talking about this, and I love it. I work my business, a lot every day almost. I work my business. Okay. And I work it during the day, and sometimes it's all day and whatever. And I do all these things, and I love Scentsy, but Scentsy is not me. I'm not Scentsy. Okay. Scentsy is something that I do. Okay. And I love it. It's my job, and I thoroughly enjoy it. But Scentsy is just my platform to get me to my dreams. Okay. So when I'm looking at my VIP group going, what am I going to post today? And if I'm not feeling like I want to post something Scentsy because I just spent 3 posts doing that, I'm going to post about something that made me laugh today. I'm going to post a picture of my kids. I'm going to post a friend's meme. I'm going to post what I'm cooking for dinner. Like, I want to be a well rounded person so that people can see me and not just the products, not just a Scentsy logo, not just a wax bar. Okay. Give people the opportunity to see you in your VIP group, and give them sneak peeks into your life that maybe you're not posting about, right? Sometimes my VIP gets to see pictures of my kids that Facebook and Instagram don't see. Okay? And that's because they're very valuable people in my life, and I value them and their friendships and the relationship that I'm building with them. Okay. But the biggest other tip, okay, before you even get to that part, you're like, okay, well, how do I pull people into my VIP? There's a lot of ways you can do that, but I'm going to tell you one way not to. Okay. Do not mass add people to your VIP group in the beginning. Ever, actually. Don't do it ever, but don't do it in the beginning. I have to tell you, just the way with direct sales are these days and the kind of negative cloud that we kind of have to work through as a company, and you'll discover it on your own, and it's going to be not fun to work through, but we do it together, is that there's this stigma that we're just like cold messengers, super salesy. We're going to add you to all these groups, and will you host a party and all this stuff, and it all looks the same. And we, first of all, since he's not like that, they never have been like that. But we, as a team, as a family, we just don't want to step into that. We want to try to be look so opposite from that that people notice that we're different. Okay. And so do not mass add people to your group. Um, my biggest suggestion would be to, when you join Scentsy, and obviously this is for super new consultants, but when you join Scentsy, what I did is I created my VIP group, and then I announced that I was a Scentsy consultant. And then, um, in my announcement, I said, if you want to be part of my group where I will be sharing more Scentsy, that kind of thing, let me know. Okay. And I got quite a bit of people. And then when I was posting Scentsy on my public page for a while, when I first joined, anybody who had any interest in it, I would just ask, okay, would you like to be added to this group? And I'll tell you what, almost 3.5 years later, I still have people who have been on my public pages from the very beginning, still being like, oh, can you add me to your group? Like it hasn't been a thing all this time. So you're always going to get people who are late to come to your group, or who are interested in buying. I have people who buy Scentsy from me who just don't have an interest in being in my group. And that's okay. Okay. You're going to have both, and there's nothing wrong with that. But save yourself the stigma, the heartache, and just do not mass add people to a party, to a group, anything like that. Okay. Your VIP should be a place where people want to be. And that starts with being asked if they can be there, or you asking them and them confirming that they would like to join. Okay. Um, but a VIP group, a customer group, whatever you want to call it, should be a safe place, an inclusive place for relationships and Scentsy fun to happen. Okay, treat your VIP group, treat your customer group like a lifestyle blog. I love that Alex says this because it's perfect. It's share things about your life, share who you are, but make it a safe space. So what does that look like for you? Being positive. People don't need to know your political stance. People don't need certain things shoved down their throat. We are already in a really tough time. And I can't tell you how many people comment on how much they love my VIP because it's a happy place for them. It's one of the few places on social media where they're not bombarded by everything else going on in the world. Okay. Yes, there's a lot of Scentsy. Okay. But ain't a warmer ever made anybody mad. Okay. So let your VIP group, your customer group be a place where people can enjoy being there and a place they want to go. Okay. So that is the gist of a VIP group, I think. Stay super consistent in it and enjoy being there, and work it wisely and build relationships. Let it be the place where you can build relationships. So um, I'm excited for part two next in 2 weeks. So I hope you all will join us there.